Welcome back, everybody, to the Austin Venom franchise on Madden 09. The Cupcake Rebuild continues today as we are getting into off-season number 3. We have gone through 3 full seasons now, and we've shown improvement from year 2 to year 1, and now year 3 to year 2. We did not achieve all our goals this season, but we have a shot to go and make this team better, and I can't waste this opportunity. How do we build upon this 4-12 campaign? Well, we have to attack our weaknesses, and thankfully, receiver is not a weakness, quarterback is not a weakness, but the offensive line that allows those positions to thrive certainly has been a weakness. So we're going to address that as one of the top concerns. We're probably not going to do much of it in the free agency period because we only got to 4 wins, and we need 5 to be able to sign free agents that are 70 to 75 overall. That's one of the rules in the description. Now, we are going to make a change to one of the rules in this series. I mentioned in the last couple episodes, we have a couple players who are just not playing. They're refusing to play. And at first I saw this and I said, all right, we'll just deal with it. Didn't expect this to be a challenge, but we'll roll with it. But I see a lot of you in the comments saying that perhaps trading should be allowed in these situations only. Otherwise, we have players that we're just going to lose, we have to release, and can't get anything back for them. You could go about it the way I had lined out, where it was no trading period. But it seems that a lot of you would like me to trade these players who refuse to play for us. And I think I'm cool with that. However, I want to amend the rules to be that I still can't trade for players. I have to trade for draft picks. And I'm not going to try to take advantage of the CPU with those trades. I'll try to keep them reasonable. Those are the only trades I'm allowed to do. Players with 0 morale that will not play for us anymore. All right. Let's get to the off-season, beginning with staffing here. It looks like we do need a new trainer. So let's take a look at that. All this does is impact the injury ratings for players, although they specialize in either recovery or injury prevention. But 5 million here for all injury plus 10. I mean, why wouldn't we? Now, after year 1, I signed an all-new coaching staff, and I signed 3 coaches that all gave us receiver boosts. Catching, catch in traffic, spec catch. I'm going to give us an actual special teams coach now, just because it was kind of cheap to do that in the first place. I should have just hired a special teams coach, but the game doesn't force you to. So we will look for a coach that will help out our kicking game, and that's actually something that's pretty important. I would like to sign Pete Rodriguez, who would give us +2 kick power to our kickers. We certainly need that, and the deal is done. Let's get it started here with the retirements. Nobody from the Venom, but here are other retirements from around the league. Let's check out our rivals and see who they're losing. The Cowboys have 1 retirement. The Eagles have nobody. And the Giants, Strahan. Okay, Michael Strahan has retired. Here's your Hall of Fame class of 2011. With Mark Brunell, Fred Taylor, Jason Elam, Rondé Barber, and Kerry Collins. All right. Now we have re-signing. And I'm really worried about some of this morale because it's so low for so many players. Chris Clemens has 0 morale apparently. So this is a situation where I'm not even sure if signing Clemens would be smart because he has 0 morale, and that's led to a couple players actually refusing to play. Now what we see here though, Percy Chapman, he actually is a free agent. So I wouldn't be trading him. Offer rejected by Chapman. I'm not even sure I could if I tried. So I won't be trading Chapman after all. Looks like he's just going to walk. But is anybody else worried a bit about Denard Sloan here? We really can't afford to have him get to 0 morale. So I'm going to offer a 3-year contract. That's the max that I can offer by my rules. If he were an 80 overall, I would sign him to a 5-year or 7-year contract, but we'll go to 3 here. If I pay him more, will he have higher morale? What if we just boost this up? Cap space isn't a big deal. We have plenty of it. What does he think of this? That's a nice 3-year contract. What? Oh no. No, this is not good. Denard Sloan, please don't leave. Please stay. Oh no, everybody, this is bad. This is not good. Denard Sloan refusing to sign. I keep offering more money. It's not working. I will make you the highest paid corner in the game. This is not good, everybody. This is going to shake up the rebuild so much if we can't keep some of these players. 41 million. Come on, this is a $50 million contract. Why? No, Denard Sloan, you can't go. What are we gonna do? This offseason is horrible. I never considered what morale would do. This is exactly, though, what I think should be possible in the new Maddens. If a player doesn't want to play for you, they're gone. They refuse to sign. They refuse to play. I can't believe it. I could franchise tag him, but would he even play? I can tag him. There's nothing to lose by tagging him. Maybe he will play. I franchise tagged Denard Sloan. Maybe he will actually play for us this year, but I can't sign him right now. We gotta win to fix morale. That's what this all comes down to. Marcus O'Donnell, he could be gone. Just straight up gone. This is bad. 24 over 3 years, which is a lot of money. And he doesn't take it. Refusing to return. Roderick Moore could be gone as well. Oh my! Everybody wants out. I don't even know if Denard Sloan's gonna play. We're about to lose everybody. Chris Clemens. This changes everything. Oh, this is gonna break your heart. Zach Kendall. No, Zach, please. Remington Hunter, I still wanted to build around him a little bit. He's gone. I think the only player here we can possibly re-sign would be Ronnie Ecker. Hey Ronnie, how you doing? Thank you. Ronnie Ecker, the most loyal member of the Austin Venom. Everybody else wants out. How many players are here? So, is it a bad thing when 14 players just say, no, we refuse to sign no matter what? Actually, it was 15 players because obviously Sloan wanted out and I franchise tagged him. This is going to be quite the offseason, everybody. This rebuild just got weird. I am stunned. And how big is not getting that 5th victory now? Because it's not like we can replace any of these players with, like, you know, an okay 74 overall who has some starting upside. We are still only able to sign 69 overall and under players. So Willie Parker is not getting a contract offer from us, even if he's interested. There are players here who are interested, but those are the rules. I was flexible on the trading rule, but that's it. I gotta deal with it. Geno Harris opted out. You know how embarrassing that is to have Geno Harris say, no, I don't want to re-sign here? Like, he's not going to sign anywhere. He's the worst quarterback available in free agency. I'm not having another quarterback on the team unless I draft one, and now I have to. I can't even sign Matt Flynn. Darrell Easley has low morale. Spangler's happy. Keep the quarterback happy. We'll work around that. Truman, don't. Please. Dexter. Oh, Joyner's happy. Corey Bryan wants out. Montana. Pierre Ellis is happy. Wait, what does this say? What's that $sign mean? That I tagged him? Or what? What if I just try to re-sign him? We got the franchise tag done. Will you sign the deal now? No? So I am going to trade Corey Bryant. We'll put him on the trade block. We'll see what happens. By the way, there's a trade finder in this game. I forgot about that. So like if I wanted to say who would offer us a first round pick, the feature not in Madden is right here. Now no one's offering us a first round pick for Bryant. I think that would actually be a fair trade because he's an 82 overall young tackle. How about a second round pick? Oh man, do the teams even know that I have no leverage? That he won't play for me? Okay, someone's got to offer a third round pick though. If I do a manual trade, someone's got to take that, right? I think one thing I am forgetting about here is like 83, 82, like that's not special. That's good in modern Maddens. But where would that even rank him in the NFL at just left tackle? Oh, I can't check like this? I only went through left tackles. He is the 30th ranked left tackle. Low 80s ain't that good. I just pulled off a trade, I guess. I don't know if I could have gotten more, but I'll just take it here. I just dealt Corey Bryant to the Vikings for a 4th round pick. So I have made a trade. I can trade players who refuse to take the field, and that is the only circumstance where it's allowed. So we have one quarterback. 90 overall too, John Spangler. Please don't leave the team. Running back, Lloyd Spivey right now would be our starter. And I did not see starting caliber skill from him in year 1, but I like the ratings a lot, and maybe he'd be better in year 2. At receiver, well, we have 2 that we know we can count on if Shane Dexter plays for us. Please don't leave. I don't know what's going to happen here with Truman. Offensive line is a complete mess. It's worse than I thought. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Montana's an 80 overall, but maybe he won't even play for us again. For our first offer, this is running back Glenn Castle, who has like 94 speed. I would like to offer him a 1-year contract. Obviously, Chris Clemens wanted out, but there are some other receivers in this range. Gerald Freeborg. He's got some serious speed. 64 catching, though, is a bit low. Paul Williams has 77 catching. Yeah, I just can't deal with the low catching, the really low catching. Let's give an offer here to Paul Williams. He might be able to replace Marcus O'Donnell. Linebacker depth is in trouble, so hopefully I can find a couple decent options. Let's see, 90 hit power here is pretty solid. This is Dale Spivey. He's not very fast. Strength is down for him, and agility is really low. So maybe James Gonzalez is a better fit for us. Still a pretty good tackler with high block shed. Yeah, let's sign James Gonzalez here to a multi-year contract. And we have to keep adding some depth here, so I want to sign safety Dominique Barber, who has some good box safety skills. Let's advance a day. Do we get anybody? I gave out some competitive offers. Nobody yet? Or... oh, come on. We got competition? Just let us have these players. Literally all 4 players just got better offers elsewhere. Glenn Castle is like the 40th ranked running back available. I feel like the league is just trying to get me to disband this team. It was a mistake allowing Austin to join the NFL, and they just want us to go away. We're not going anywhere. All right, we got the top offer for all 4 players again. What happens now? Nothing yet. All right, let's advance another day. All right, Williams accepts. Yes. Gonzalez. Barber. What about that running back, though? He's still holding out for more. All right. Here's an extra 80,000. And that got it done. All right. So 4 new additions to the Austin Venom. Who's excited? Everybody else signing all the top-rated free agents from around the league. I want to know where some of our other players went. Like O'Donnell's a free agent, and so is Clemens, but they haven't been signed yet apparently. Still a lot of players ranked ahead of them. Oh, Marcus O'Donnell has interest here from Kansas City, so he's definitely getting an offer somewhere. Looks like Chris Clemens is going to the Colts potentially. Percy Chapman could be headed to Dallas. We could play against him. What does he want, everybody? What does that say? He wants a successful team. I forgot to check here. Marcus O'Donnell wants a great team, and Clemens wants a great team. So they don't like losing. I need someone to cut a quarterback that's like 68 overall, because I need a backup. I still need to sign somebody. Just imagine, though, I could have to start over mid-series, basically, because players refuse to play. 5 wins is difficult, and I can't guarantee we're going to be a better team next year, because I don't know who's going to hold out. But if a bunch of players hold out, they're out of here. They're getting traded. We could lose our entire offensive line. We could lose the impressive players we do have on defense. Leon Daniels is probably done with us. Can I trade Leon Daniels? That's 0 morale. He ain't gonna play. I have never had to do this in a series, and I'm very excited to see what happens, but this is really tough. I would like to give an offer here to Raymond Hendrickson, who is 6'4", 273 pounds. He wants a great team? Sure, we're a great team. 2-year offer. We had success with Ellis Norton. Could we potentially find success with Elvis Norton at right end? Let's find out. 1-year offer. All right, here's a versatile player. He's speedy. He can pass rush a little bit. We're going to give an offer here to linebacker Adam Hayward. You know what? I've at least heard of him. He ended up breaking out later on, but Brandon Carr. Let's see if Brandon Carr can break out with us. This is one of the worst free agent periods ever. I couldn't even re-sign players. No one wants to be on our team. And I still have to compete. Elvis Norton just wants money. We need to find players whose only motivation is money. We can give you plenty of it. Adam Hayward's top priority, cash. Sounds good to me. Nice stadium. Dominique Barber wants to play in a nice stadium. Hey, that's also a great fit. We have a fantastic stadium. Hendrickson has accepted. Norton accepts. We're adding some new players, everybody. It's exciting. Hayward accepts. There we go. Just waiting on Barber. I think he's checking out the stadium first. Oh, no, he did get him. So I think we are good to go there. That's a lot of additions. Free agency is over. I'm ready for the draft, everybody. And we just jump right into it. We don't pick number 1 overall this year. And I would like to check out the mock draft. I want to see that. We actually picked number 3 and then number 35, and we have Minnesota's 4th round pick. Thought I could see a mock draft of the top players, but I guess I can't here. Maybe it's because I'm in the draft now and this is where I need to be focused. A trade proposal. I can't do that, and I wouldn't anyway. So in the first round, what I'm thinking here is we need to look at offensive linemen and possibly pass rushers. That's kind of the top thing we have to look at here. And if we see the board, Michael Higgins here at the top, he could be an option. How good is this class for offensive linemen? Well, we could take Henry Linton from Washington. Looks like he's the only offensive lineman that's ranked really high. And it could just be a very simple, you know, pick. Just take him, best offensive lineman available. We have to get better there. Average quickness, road grader. We like that. Needs to improve his playing strength. So a 4.740, that's pretty solid. 21 bench reps, 21 years old, 6'6", 320 pounds. Do we like Henry Linton here? The only other option I think is Michael Higgins. Now there is a 4-2 corner here, Matt Crankshaw, but we got to focus on a couple areas here in the trenches where we've been so weak. Michael Higgins, poor tackler, plays through injuries at one of the toughest positions, shows little power coming off the edge, but top end speed. So it seems like he's kind of a one-dimensional pass rusher, but a really good pass rusher. I think here Henry Linton makes the most sense. Pass block strength here is his best skill according to this little web. We have to get better at tackle, and we can do it right here. Henry Linton is the pick, everybody. I know it's not going to make a huge difference right now, especially because these players need time to develop. Hopefully he comes in with a decent overall, and hopefully we're able to find some difference makers in the other rounds. Tackle is definitely weaker on this roster than guard. I can see us playing Ty McAllister this year on one side and Linton on the other. And then we could still be looking at needing a guard. Ollie Austin here can possibly play. He's got some strength. Like, do we even have a lineman, though, that has, like, really top-tier strength? If we just go here and sort by run blocking, Phil Holt has the best. And now let's go back over here with it sorted in that direction. Holt has the 92 strength. McAllister has 87. Stan Butcher, 89. Ollie Austin, 82. So Austin's probably going to start. That's a safe call. We can still look for another interior player, though. All right, let's get back to the draft now. I'm happy with our first pick. Hopefully he ends up with pretty solid ratings. But I'm ready to look ahead to the second round. And here, things I think kind of open up. I still think adding a pass rusher is pretty important for this team, whether it's interior or edge. Have to see who falls, but if you look at these projections, it's a super good corner class, and we're all worried about Denard Sloan now, if he even wants to suit up for us. And then here for these first, the second round caliber players, Gerald Alford. I would have to expect that one of these other corners falls at least to the top of the second round for us. There's just too many to go there, I think. Could end up going for another lineman. There's PJ Baldwin from Sam Houston State. Would you please stop doing that every time somebody gets picked? PJ Baldwin. Wall-off type of pass blocker who moves well to seal off the outside. All right, it keeps doing that, so we're going to have to just play it patiently here. Michael Higgins still available. He was projected to go in the top 5, and he is still out there at 13, and Green Bay has moved up. It is the 17th pick in the draft, and Michael Higgins is still falling, and so is Roscoe Robbins. Edge rushers falling, but do they have a chance of making it to 35? They're halfway there. All right, 20th pick in the draft. Higgins and Robbins still falling as Brock Biggs, the quarterback from Notre Dame, is selected. Packers just took somebody that isn't one of these falling edge rushers. Eugene Metter, a quarterback from Nebraska. All right, so let's get to know Robbins a little bit. He's got to keep his shoulders square, needs to develop more strength, had some problems with injuries. Plays with an effective burst. All right, first one's gone. Higgins is drafted. He goes to Baltimore after being projected top 5. That's wild. Now, receiver also has to be something we consider because I don't know what's going to happen to Dexter. O'Donnell's gone. Here's Nick Blair, who ran 4.28 at 6'4", 207. Pittsburgh State. A 3.93 cone, a 40-inch vertical leap. I have interest. All right, the edge rushers are gone. I didn't see who got the second edge rusher there. But a lot of quarterbacks are going early, and maybe that's one of the reasons that so many of these players are falling. 31 Patriots on the clock as the Colts go with Robert Murphy. Corners falling. Rashawn Burke. Zachary Forrest. All right, we're to the Cowboys now. Who do we have to play against? Please don't take Nick Blair. They're going to do it too. No. Cowboys did not take Blair. They have selected Dion Paris, a quarterback. So many quarterbacks. Romo's not going to be happy. Bears on the clock. Who'd the Bills take? Pete Fong, a running back. All right, Chicago, you're on the clock, and they do not take Nick Blair. We are selecting now. The Bears took... it doesn't want to tell me now. All right, so we address tackle. What now? Blair would give us another great receiver. We've selected receivers early in the classes we've had to this point. We're not going safety. Corner is a possibility. I do like PJ Baldwin here. I think that another lineman makes some sense. What does the third round look like for potential linemen? Got a couple centers here. Tito Lau. Don't have much of a scouting report on him. Thomas Hewitt. Lacks power but uses technique. Very aware of picking up stunts. I gotta think I can still find receivers later. But wow. We're looking at a really, really great receiver prospect here in Nick Blair. I don't know if Dexter's going to refuse to play, but if we get Blair, that fixes a lot. Productive downfield receiver with electrifying speed. Catching here looks good. That would allow us to go 3 deep still. I think with his size and speed, like, how do you pass? Zachary Forrest is a corner. Better in man than zone. He will be one of the best tackling corners. Has decent speed. Don't line him up against Randy Moss, though. Needs to be pushed on the field. He lacks structure and needs to stay focused. Keeps himself pretty healthy. How about Rashawn Burke? He's smaller. 5'8", 161, but he tackles well. Very fast. Works to maintain his technique. Takes proper steps when diagnosing reads. Better at man than zone by a little bit, it seems. I have 4 minutes still, but if you want to see how a receiver looks in this class, obviously Blair's available right now. There's Patrick Pruitt as well from Syracuse. Very physical, loves contact, and he has that 4.38 speed, which sounds really good, but it might end up being like 88 in this game. A lot of good receivers, so if you want one, you don't have to take one now, if you don't want to. Looking at tackles, it's a lot thinner if you want to add another one. For guards, looks like some decent options. I think I'm looking for just a big road grader. Center's kind of thin. I gotta think in the third round I can still make something happen. But here, I cannot pass on Nick Blair. I've gotta bring in a game changer on offense. There is Otis Diamond here at running back. It's just a weak running back class, so I think we're looking at Lloyd Spivey as this year's starter, most likely. So let's bring in Nick Blair. We're at least gonna have some receiving talent on this team. That was not what I thought we'd do, but it might prove to be a great pick if Dexter decides that he wants out. I'd still love to bring in a pass rusher, but we'll have to see who's available in the third round. A running back just went. J.R. Rose to Kansas City. I see a 4.43 time here. This is Lamar Kennedy from San Diego State. Only 14 reps. Explosive tackler. Doesn't have great strength. All right, making our way to the third round now. The Bears are on the clock. And here are the top players here on the board. Looks like a few different positions. Receivers still pretty strong. We're not looking there. We could consider corner, but I'm kind of tempted to again go O-line unless I see a pass rusher here that I think is better. Brody Mitchell is the top left guard here. Long arms and technique to sustain blocks on the move. Locates his targets quickly and works hard to finish his blocks. Shows solid strength using his power and quickness to pull and locate. Has some trouble staying healthy, apparently. Sometimes you'll see O-line injuries in simulating, so it's not something we can just ignore. I have some interest here in Darius Bassett. Might be a little bit of a reach here, according to the game, but he's projected second, third round pick. He's just like 20 picks down here. I think there's been a lot of reaches in this draft, but Bassett has 4.68 speed at 6'4", 276 pounds. The bench reps were decent. If you check out the scouting report, well-liked and very dependable athlete. His team's unquestioned leader. He plays with an effective burst coming off the edge. This team needs another pass rusher. He's definitely got the athleticism that we've been lacking. So why don't we see if we can make this work here? 23 reps is also pretty solid. That's really respectable. Darius Bassett is our third round pick. All right, we're on to the fourth round now, everybody. And I think anything could really be an option here. Still some players falling who are projected to go earlier, including a couple speedy linebackers. We have Leonardo May and Lee Hardy. Now, May is much smaller at 5'11", 225, but he has way more bench reps. So he lacks natural hands for interceptions, but sharp closing speed, strength of Derek Brooks, bites on play action, but he has range. Can he cover? Tackling there looks solid. Even finesse moves could be an option. I wonder if he has the cover ability. For Hardy, definitely somebody who could be an edge rusher. In terms of tackling, he's in the top 5% of the draft. Will take some time to mature in our scheme. Tends to shy away from the weight room. And yeah, only 16 bench reps. Roams the field like a defensive back, utilizing his quickness to be around the ball. I like both. What I'm seeing here from most of the lineman prospects is they're all very injury prone for some reason. So that does worry me a bit just because simulating can cause problems with that. By the way, if I want to add a quarterback, I have now 3 options, and I might just take somebody with our last pick because I only have 1 quarterback on the roster. So DeJuan Burnett, tough and durable, career backup with this arm strength. Might end up taking him. Or maybe even Jonathan Goodrich. I haven't decided yet, but maybe a quarterback who could scramble a bit would be nice to add. Corner was super deep, and now we're sitting here with 3 players available. Edward Sanders, good tackler, good speed, decent leaping ability. Back problems last year, so injuries could be a problem. Oliver Singleton. Does he have a good scouting report? Hit and wrap tackler, quickness to recover on deep routes, smooth and back pedal. Aggressive player who gives an all-out effort but lacks ideal awareness. Body takes so much punishment that he has trouble staying healthy. Every lineman has that problem in this class. Does it show his potential? Yeah, it shows it being pretty high. This one's even better, though. 6'7", 323. Excellent run blocker. Takes on defenders with aggression. Combines excellent balance with toughness and the knowledge of schemes. Sets up quickly in pass protection. Hey, I was reading that. Complications from surgery that cause him to be pretty fragile. Wow, everybody has injury concerns, but I have to take somebody. Okay. We do have Jesse Sidney here, who's a really good pass blocker, apparently. And he doesn't have the injury concerns. So where is he projected to go? That's 4th round. All right, here, I'm going to take one of the linebackers because I know I have another pick coming up here in the 4th. Do I want Hardy or Mays? I think I liked Hardy a little bit more. He had a really good scouting report. Yeah, he's a great tackler. He has the range. Oh, but May had the bench. Oh boy, we're running out of time here. We're going Lee Hardy. All right, he's the pick here. You could have gone either way, I think. I think he's a bit more versatile with his pass rushing. So we go with him over May, who had the bench reps. I like that a lot. Now, when do we pick again? Sim to my next pick, and I can read over these guards again. Oh, it was late 4th round the Vikings had this pick? All right, well, hopefully the guards are still out there. Yep, they both are. So, again, Jesse Sidney, good pass protector compared to, how do you pronounce that last name? H-E-J-L. All right, for what I see here, it's Hedgel. So we have Craig Hedgel versus Jesse Sidney. Sidney is one of the better pass blocking guards in the draft, it looks like. Maybe not as good in the running game, but he's good at pass pro, and his scouting report doesn't have the same concerns about him staying healthy. So I think that we're going to go with Jesse Sidney here at guard. So far, we've taken 2 front 7 players on defense, a receiver, and 2 offensive linemen. I like the variation so far. We could still consider corner. I do want to add a quarterback, but we'll see who's the best available here. We have Vinnie Crawford from Northwestern. 4.55 here at tight end isn't bad. Not a great run blocker by the looks of that. Medical concerns. Can get rocked back and buckled by a strong pass rush. I think I found a player here I like a lot in the 5th round. This is Frank Hamilton from Northwestern, who is 6'7", 335. We could really use another nose tackle, I think, on this defense. He runs a sub 5-second 40 time. He has very good tackling, block shed, and strength, and maybe some power moves as well to give us some pass rush. I'm a little worried right now about Will Logan. His morale was super low. And if you check out the scouting report here for Hamilton, shows the nasty nature to punish quarterbacks. He is slow. That's going to be, you know, maybe a concern. But the 40 time didn't seem to be all that bad. Defeats the isolated blocker with average strength but all-out effort. Not very effective making plays behind the line due to an average burst. But I want to bring in Frank Hamilton. On to the 6th round now. Only 1 quarterback is even available. I think I have to take him here. He's the only option. Unless there's like an undrafted quarterback, but this doesn't show there's going to be an undrafted quarterback I could even sign. So I'm not even going to read the scouting report. It doesn't matter. I just have to have another quarterback on the roster. What's up, Jonathan Goodrich? All right, 7th round. Time to wrap the draft up. I just remember we don't have a fullback right now. We could definitely use one. I kind of like Baron Walls here, based on that web and the potential. Shoulder injury, though, could be an issue. Not a great tackle breaker. Good hands, average speed, effective pass protector. I think I want to sign or draft tight end DeJuan Connell here from Virginia. He's got pretty good catching and speed, and maybe he could even line up at fullback a bit for us. He's 237 pounds. Let's bring in DeJuan Connell. All right, the draft is over, and I think it was a pretty good one for us. I think many of these players will have a chance to play as rookies. So let's get them all signed. All right, everybody, let's take a look at our new rookies here. Starting at left tackle, we have Henry Linton, who is a 76 overall. Is that good for our first round pick at number 3 overall? We'll see. Linton has 80 strength, 73 awareness, with 88 pass block and 86 run block. Some of these strength and footwork ratings are a little bit lower. I'm guessing you'll always be a better pass protector than run blocker, but we certainly need that pass block boost. He's actually a 77 at left tackle, where I plan to start him. Second round, wide receiver, Nick Blair is a 76 overall. So that looks like a pretty solid pick. He has 96 speed, giving us a very fast receiver trio. Very good. Blair, let's compare him to the other receivers. More acceleration, a little bit less speed. He has more elusiveness, better ball carrier vision, better spin, better juke. All right, we have to consider if Nick Blair plays running back. He has all the skills. All of them, including carrying. 91 catching. I mean, he's not a great route runner. What if he just plays running back? That might work out. He doesn't have low carrying or anything that would hold him back there. We'll have to certainly consider that. At defensive end, we selected Darius Bassett, who ends up being a 68 overall. So a steep drop there. 69 speed, 75 strength. Athletically, not very impressive. And then for the skills, decent finesse moves, decent power moves as well. I'm a little worried about the strength and speed combo though. In the fourth round, I took Lee Hardy, who would actually be a 79 overall edge rusher if we just lined him up there instead. We have Pierre Ellis, who also has that edge rusher flexibility, and Hardy's even higher rated at left end than he is. So Hardy, 84 speed, 60 strength. He has 89 tackle, really good finesse and power move with 71 block shed. Maybe he plays permanently at defensive end. That's not too bad. He's a 79 end and a 69 outside linebacker. Also in the fourth round, we went guard Jesse Sidney. I wanted him because of his pass blocking. He is very low rated though. 75 strength, a little bit lower than you like to see there. And for the blocking, most of that looks really good. The pass block strength and footwork really stands out. He's just not a very good run blocker. He probably needs a little time to develop first. Hopefully he can get stronger. At defensive tackle, I added Frank Hamilton. And he has only 59 overall. Strength is only at 78 for him. I thought he'd show some good nose tackle abilities here, and certainly tackle and block shed are both up there, but without strength, will those skills even matter? I took a quarterback because I had to. I had really no choice. Jonathan Goodrich is a 51 overall, even lower than Geno Harris. 76 throw power, 65 accuracy. He's not an NFL caliber quarterback. But I had to add somebody because I don't think I can sign anybody at all. Then we close the draft with a tight end who might end up playing a little bit at fullback potentially, but this is DeJuan Connell, who has 67 overall. That's not awful. 78 speed, 67 strength, 72 trucking, 78 catching. And for blocking, it's certainly not great. So I don't know if he'll actually get any fullback reps there. It says we have Kendall. It says that. But will he actually play? So the draft I thought was all right. It's not the most exciting draft, and overall the offseason has to leave you feeling pretty uneasy about this coming year, about us getting to 5 victories and showing improvement and maintaining enough morale so that the good players we do have don't want out. I'm really worried about us having to start over basically again. We have a couple 90 overall players. I never ended up checking the player progression tab. I missed that. But if we check out the roster here, we have a couple players now in the 90s. That's Daryl Easley, John Spangler, Truman's an 87, Dexter and Joyner are both up there. Montana's an 80 at safety. Pierre Ellis, 79, Edward Carson, 79. If we check out by position here, obviously we like quarterback with Spangler. Hopefully he stays healthy. Running back, though, that's where it's tricky. Can Blair take over that role instead? Nick Blair from Philadelphia, went to Pittsburgh State, now in Austin. He would be a 74 overall running back. And I really think that he should probably play that position this year. He is our highest rated player at running back if he plays there. He doesn't have strength, but he has speed, acceleration, elusiveness, vision, which isn't important when we're playing, but it's important for simulating. And then he also has 89 carrying, and he's going to catch the football. So perhaps we have solved running back after all. We'll see. I don't know if Zach Kendall will play or not. Receiver, we have Dexter, Joyner. We signed Paul Williams. I'm probably going to have to sign another receiver. Sylvester Truman, Calvin Whitfield. Luke Johnston might not play at all. We're going to move Henry Linton to left tackle. McAllister will play right. I can't do it right now. Okay, I'll have to do some signing still. But overall, the O-line, I mean, we have a few players I like here. I want Austin to play. I don't know if it's going to be better this year, but Linton should give us a boost. Obviously, Corey Bryant didn't even play a year ago. McAllister's up to 75. For D-end, I like Barton, and I think that we can look to possibly play Lee Hardy at the other side. It's probably the best move for us. McAllister and Logan at D-tackle, that's still not a strength of ours yet. Leon Daniels might not play. We signed James Gonzalez. Pierre Ellis is there, still with good morale, thankfully. At corner, Denard Sloan, Michael Coe, Landon Brickley, Ronnie Ecker. Denard Sloan, obviously we signed him with the franchise tag. Would it help his morale at all if I made him a team captain? I didn't see it go up. I think it might have even gone down a little bit. I don't know. Come on, man. Denard Sloan, please. Please. Oh, we got it! Now he signs the 5-year deal. Oh, that could be a big mistake, though, if he gets low morale and doesn't play. I just signed him to a $50 million deal, and actually, I'm not even allowed to sign contracts over 3 years. That raised his morale, though. So I did break a rule in signing him to a 5-year contract. Are contracts editable in this game? I doubt it. He's gonna get to 80 though, and he should be after all he's done. But yeah, 5 years, I guess I messed that one up. Forgot that I couldn't even go that high. I didn't think he'd accept it anyway. So, oops. But Sloan is signed and morale went up. So we might be able to keep him happy. And maybe some of these other players, if I sign them to larger deals, they'll be happier. Like Daryl Easley. I know I'm going to want him long-term in this series. So if I just give him a 4-year offer, he considers it. And what happens? Morale's up for him. So that can help. But if it gets down to 0, I think it's too late. Rejected by Leon. So you really got to avoid that morale getting down to nothing. But you can fix some low morale with a big contract. That's good to know. Does that mean Shane Dexter just needs a new contract? 4-year deal. We raise that signing bonus a bit. Accepted. All right. I think we're getting somewhere right now. Okay, he still doesn't really have good morale. We got to win games. It all comes down to that. We've got to find a way to win to make everybody happy. Or we're going to have some big problems. Basically, redoing the rebuild, essentially. Robert Montana. I'll try to boost this. How about $14 million with a $1 million bonus over 4 years? I wonder if Montana's going to hold out. I'm not even sure our punter's going to play this year. Is he giving up on us too? Wow, we still got some stuff to do next episode, I guess. No quarterbacks are signable for us yet. Can't sign many players at all. So we'll just have to see who decides to play next episode and who doesn't. And then just go from there. And hopefully the preseason goes all right. And morale doesn't start spiraling out of control like it has been. It's an uneasy time right now in the series. But I think we're going to find a way through it. Let me know what you think we can do this year with the Austin Venom entering year 4. Thanks for watching, everybody. Pretty wild offseason today. I want to know what you think of it. Let me know in the comment section. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll kick off this new season shortly. Have a great day.